Hello everyone, it's me Max23 and welcome back to the Final Fantasy XII Randomizer. Yes, I ultimately decided to end the episode last time because I realized there is still a bunch of stuff that I want to do. Okay, the thing I did was I finally decided to look at the documentation for my randomizer. I already explained that at the beginning, but when you randomize the game with the Final Fantasy XII randomizer, the randomizer also generates a documentation file for your randomizer, and that documentation file basically contains like data about every enemy in the game, like information about Bazaar goods, weapons, what are the like properties of weapons, and like many more stuff that is very interesting. And since we are at the end of the game, this will probably be the last episode before I do the finale and then move over to the try mode. Because that's the case, I decided, okay, I can finally look. I want to like get as much stuff as I possibly can. And oh boy, I made quite some discoveries. First of all, I figured out like certain Bazaar goods I still want to get. I could already check those within the game here itself because I had the Insurgent's Itemized Bazaar, I think it's called, mod installed, which shows me all the Bazaar recipes and what I get from them. But looking at the documentation, I had a much better overview, and yeah, I figured out some Bazaar goods that are still worth getting, in my opinion. That's also the reason why I'm here in the Sochen Cave Palace, because I need money. And I can get a lot of money in Sochen Cave Palace. I will show you how soon. But let me talk a little bit more. I also pinpointed the location of steel. I can get steel in this, but it is super hard and convoluted. That's also something we will do. We will get steel, and I also need steel for a specific Bazaar good. Okay, and the other last information that I did look up pretty much is I did look up Yasmat's HP. And like I said, enemies can have like twice as much HP as usual, and thankfully Yasmat did not have twice as much HP as usual, but he had more. He had 60 million HP. Holy shit. So that guy just had a 20% health increase. No wonder that took so long. Very interesting to know. And there are also some like strange things going on in the documentation. Because I also looked up Omega Weapon, and not Omega Weapon, Omega Mark 12. Omega Weapon is something else. I also looked up Omega Mark 12, and for whatever reason, there are like 3 versions of Omega Mark 12 listed back to back. And all 3 of those are not like any trail variants of Omega Mark 12, so I wonder what was going on there. I get the impression that there might be like different how to put it, there are different variations of Omega in the game or so, I don't know. But there were 3 Omega Mark 12s, and like we did fight the second version because I could pinpoint that based on the drop, they all dropped different stuff, and we basically got the Omega with the worst drop with the golden X, if I recall correctly. So yeah. But yeah, plan for today is get money, get Bazaar goods, and like some other stuff that is still left in the game. First and foremost, also steel. Steel is also very important. Also, I want to excuse myself today because it's super hot right now when I'm recording this. It's super hot, so please excuse me if my brain is a little bit melted today. But it is insanely hot. Okay, with all that out of the way, yeah, we are in Sochen Cave Palace. I figured out that this is the best place to farm money. I have already done so. I have 2 million gil now. Very nice. And what I did is the following. I did go to that room where we had to solve the sun puzzle when we wanted to like reach the Hellworm, like this area here with the doors and stuff. And what I did, I defeated all the Wendigos and Strikers. And I did build a chain with those enemies. Because there we go. Because the Strikers, as you can see, drop Platinum Daggers. I think the Platinum Dagger from the Strikers is like a mid-rare drop from them. So yeah, another one, very nice. So you do get a lot of them, or at least hopefully so. But yeah, I was just running around here, kill all the enemies. Wendigos, killing Wendigos is also okay, because they count as the same enemy type. And yeah, I was killing all enemies here, and then after I've done with that, let me quickly show you that I'm gonna take it with me for one round here. Like, eventually you'll reach, of course, higher chain levels and stuff and get more platinum daggers as a result, which is also very nice. But yeah, platinum daggers are worth a lot. You can sell one platinum dagger for 20k, which means 99 are 2 million. Very nice stuff. Another platinum dagger, very good. And then those guys here, they are always like, how many did I have? 16 or so enemies here. I also set up gambits in a way that my party only attacks fire weak enemies. Let me show you this. Fire weak because the enemies here are all fire weak, or at least the enemies I want to kill. Makes it a little bit safer, even though I never really want to like engage other enemies other than those. Okay, I've cleared all the enemies here. Then I did get back in the room where we did fight Ahriman. And he used the second door here, over here. I did get outside here, did zone my 2 zones. I was also always taking those 2 strikers over here with me. Let me show you the strikers over here. Keep in mind those 2 guys do not always have to be strikers. There is like a 20% chance here that there are different enemies here. And those guys then could be Wendigos instead. But yeah, then I was going back and I was repeating the cycle. And the good thing is, 2 million, the 2 million that I have right now should be more than enough. I think 1 million should even be enough. But I want that money because I also, on top of the Bazaar goods I want to get, I also need to buy stuff from the Hunt Club. That's also something I will do directly after this, to be precise. But yeah, I will also like trade in the trophies I did get for all the Hunt Club rare games. And like buy all of that stuff. But yeah, you can tell that's the strategy. I was going around in the cycle again and then like just repeat the process. Good, but I have enough. I can leave. And we go to Found Coast. I can already tell I did try out a lot of combinations. In case you don't know, you can, of course, we've been getting all of those trophies, of course, from all the rare games we triggered through like doing the Hunt Club side quest. We did get all of those trophies, and we can, there we go, by the way, Wendigos, but yeah, we can distribute those trophies among the different banga that are like in front of the Hunt Club leader guy. We can distribute them. They are called attack, block, and stock respectively. And depending on how we distribute those trophies among those 3 banga, we do get different like rewards in the end. We can buy from a different person. And I already did basically try all the combinations, and I will show you what the like best split for this randomizer is, in my opinion. Let me quickly go over there. Teleport. Found Coast. Soup. Soup. Okay, and we want to go over here. Okay, and as I said, those are the 3 bangas: attack, block, and stock. Those names reveal to you what they like give you as reward. Like attack gives you weapons, block gives you armors and stuff, and stock gives you like items and accessories. But yeah, the split that I want to do is I want to give 5 trophies to attack. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then I want to give 13 to block. 1, 2, 3. It does not matter which which trophies you give to those guys. It only matters 7. I cannot count and talk at the same time, you notice that, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I hope. But it doesn't matter which trophies you give to those guys, because like the trophy name does not determine anything here, just that they get a trophy at all. And only the distribution matters in the end. In the base game, it's also quite hard which distribution you want to go for. Like normally, like the 10-10-10 split is actually kind of okay, because then you can buy both the Zodiac Escutcheon as well as a Zodiac Spear, which is pretty nice. But yeah, Huntmaster, we did like distribute all of those trophies, and he will now announce a winner here. 13 points is block. Okay, that's how I wanted to have it. And depending on who of the Bangars wins, and also depending on how many trophies we gave to them, and we also get a different reward here as well. We get 2 worm bones and 3 pieces of quality lumber. Based on my testing here that I did, all of those like rewards from like the Huntmaster here were pretty worthless. I think this is even among the better ones. But yeah, nice that we now did all of that. Okay, now that we did all of that, we can talk to the shifty-eyed man. And this guy sells us stuff now, depending on how we distributed those trophies. And there's actually some good stuff here. To be honest, most of the stuff that I've seen here is pretty worthless. Luckily, the best stuff is also among the cheapest items here, which is pretty nice. It should also be noticed that all of the rewards here are randomized when you play a randomizer. Kind of like basically every reward in the game. And those items here do not count as like shops where the items are still the same, but they are quest rewards instead, so they are all randomized. Let's see what we get here. I think this one is pretty good. Ashura's new Kaisen. Okay, that is okay, but I think this one is pretty good. Block definitely has the best ensemble of items. Yeah, we get 2 Murasame and a Tornasoul, another one, very nice. I think Sunrise is also fine. High Arcane and... no, never mind. I think the first 2 block items are pretty good. Tulas is also okay, I guess. It's the strongest crossbow, I think. Grand Armor. Here, 3 Grand Armors. That's pretty good, actually. Very nice. And I think the rest is pretty pointless here. I'm still gonna buy everything, because I have the money for that. Lion Curas, Genza Scales, okay. Genji Glass, Fish Scales, Omega Badges, Judicious Staff. I think that might actually be something, I don't know. But yeah, the first, like, 2, block items were actually the best items that I could find here, with the Grand Armors and Tornasoul. A Veil Blossom Dew is also gonna be interesting. That's something I need for a Bazaar good, so it's nice that I get 2 of them. Slows, and oh yeah, we also get Genji Armor, but Genji Armor, I already checked, is also pretty trash. I can show you. Cannot compete with the other stuff that I have. Also does not have any kind of passive ability, which could boost it normally, but nah. Not really happening here. I did buy a Windbreaker, I think, off screen, because I wanted to. Grand Armor, at least we have another one for Bash now, if I want to give Bash a Grand Armor. Gives him a significant HP boost, that's at least good. But yeah, who knows, might be useful. Okay, now I want to get Steel, finally, the last technique in the entire game. Steel. And guys, you cannot believe where Steel is. It's not in an easy location, it is actually in a very hard location, and that location is Nabudi's, and what I have to do is I need to pouch a Bagnami that is specifically weak to water. I need to pouch a Bagnami that is specifically weak to water, because keep in mind there are multiple variants of Bagnami running around in Nabudi's. Like, there are guys with a shield and a sword, some guys carry a gun, and some guys like rely on martial arts and stuff. But yeah, I need to specifically pouch a Bagnami that is weak to water, and the chance for the pouch to give me Steel is 5%. So, yeah, the question is, from which side do I want to approach? I definitely need steel. Steel is actually not too important for the Bazaar goods. I get most of the stuff for the Bazaar goods via like monograph drops or like drops in general. But like one specific enemy I need to steal items from. There are also like other ways to get steel, but those ways usually involve stealing steel from other enemies, which is logically not possible. So yeah, that's basically my best shot at getting steel in this game with the Becknemy pouch. But at least pouch gets some much needed exposure that way. Yeah, do I approach Naburis from the Salika woods, or do I go... I think Nabria's Deadlands is actually better. Okay, let's try this. The good thing at least is that Becknemy all have like different weaknesses, so there's not like another Becknemy that is weak to water. Let me quickly do this so that I can pinpoint whether or not I can like find the right one. That was wind, by the way. Water. Okay, let me quickly try and find one of those guys. Now, of course, if it takes too long, I'm gonna cut again. Like, cutting in general will be the name of the game here in this episode. Because this will be the most Final Fantasy XII-esque episode in the entire Randomizer playthrough. Because, like I said, I need to like farm a lot of stuff and get Bazaar goods. And I will not show all of that. Also, it does specifically have to be the Becknemy around here. We can already see them lurking in the background. That's pretty cool. But yeah, the Becknemy specifically here, not the Becknemy in the Nabrios Deadlands, specifically here. And yeah, the question is now, can I easily find those guys? Okay, we did our... Okay, this guy is actually Becknemy that is weak to water. So this guy might actually be the one. Let's see if that just works. If I can go with a foe HP critical and then poach. Status HP critical. Do you guys even have poach, or do you not have poach? Okay, you have poach. That's nice. You should also have poach. I think I already used that with you. That's good. And that's what I need to do now. I hope I can do this pretty fast. Do you also have pouch? I think that would be the first question to ask. You don't have pouch. Does someone else have pouch? Pouch. Fren has pouch. Or Bash. Oh, come on. Fren has a lower level, so yeah. Oh no, I need to set that up too. Oh yeah, Water weak attack. I could also use gravity or so, to make sure that they do not die. Actually, I think that would actually be better. You don't even have gravity. Who has like pouch and gravity? That is the next question then. You have gravity, right? You even have Graphira, that's nice. Ash can use that. Bash can use... Okay. Okay. Okay, next plan you use gravity. Is that even enough to like get him into like critical HP? Does that even work is a better question. Or are the Becknemy immune against gravity? That could also be. I hope not. Come on, where is it? I cannot find it. Like, where's gravity? There we go. Target's max change. I mean, it does work if they have uneven HP, I guess. You use normal attacks, come on. You guys use normal attacks. I think gravity will just kill them eventually. I think the threshold for HP critical is... I already did tell you guys, but I forgot about it again. I think the threshold is like 10-15% or so. So I cannot really do that with like gravity alone. Water weak attack, yeah, and HP critical. Pouch. I also need to see how much damage you guys deal, so that you do not kill the back enemy accidentally. Okay, out with you, out with you. Masamune does combo, right? I don't know. Let's try it. Okay. Shades of Black. Okay, that was the right guy. I do know that. And you guys killed that guy. That's not good. Of course. One strategy that would be worth it, maybe. I could try to lure one of the back enemy to a zone transition, while that guy is an HP critical, and what I can do then is like leave him at HP critical, lure him to a zone transition, leave the zone, and like zone back in. That way I have an autosave with the back enemy at critical health. I can poach him. If it's not steal, I can reload the autosave and try again. That would actually be pretty nice. I'm actually not sure if that works with... hello? I'm actually not sure if that works with... okay. Yeah, I might want to try that with one character. I'm actually not sure if that works with, like, an overall area transition here. But I think it should, right? Let me quickly respawn the enemies. And that would be my strategy. I will show you whether or not that functions. Let me quickly test that, and yeah, then I will cut until I get steel. Okay, enemies are back here. I need to lure one. Can one please be so kind and like appear here? Okay, yeah. Come over here. Come over here. Don't be shy. Come on. Yeah, yeah, nice, nice, nice. Do I also trigger... No, just this one. That's nice. Oh, there's another one. Okay, even 3. Okay, does not really matter. Okay, now it matters because Ash is almost dead. Please heal yourself. Actually, you don't need that much healing because you are still pretty tanky against those guys. Very nice. Okay, your damage output is pretty bad, but I can live with that. Let me quickly speed up here. At least she does not kill those guys outright. Okay, that is good. Okay, let's see if I can like create multiple like poach targets here. Let's see if that works. Don't go away. What are you doing? Guy lost interest. That's not nice. Okay, good. Let's try this guy now. Why did the other guy leave? That's not very nice. Okay, one more should be okay. Okay, nice. Okay, now I leave the area and see if it works. I should have put the gambits on. Okay, guys are still there. Perfect. Actually, one moment. Don't. Okay, nice. Good. Okay, guess I am doing it with one. Then I could have loaded the save file, but come on, I wanted to have like gambits enabled. Yeah. Okay, and that's what I need to do now. I will always poach this guy, and I do that until I get steel. Nice. But yeah, that I know that those guys, like the other 95%, you can poach Shades of Black from them. So yeah, 5% chance for steel. Wish me luck. Haha, I got it. Nice. Okay, that actually did not take too much time. Very nice. Good. Yeah. Good. Let me quickly figure out what the next step is. Yeah, we can actually... Oh yeah, we can actually use steel now, because apart from getting steel here from the back enemies, I also need to actually steal something from them, which is pretty nice. But yeah, steel. Who can actually use steel? Van, okay. Bash, Ash, and... Okay, those are the 3 stealers of the party, I see. Yeah, that is pretty nice. I can finally I can finally set up a steel gambit, wow. And that's so funny because steel is usually the first technique you have. Very nice. The good thing also, because I have the Insurgent's Manifesto installed as a mod, characters have the smart stealing gambit. Usually what happens if you like set up a steel gambit, the character will just continuously steal from enemies if you have it like this, VN and steal. But with the Insurgent's Manifesto, if the enemy has already an item stolen from them, the character stops using steal, which is very nice and very, very convenient, to say the least. Which means I can just set it up like this. And look at that, Bush actually gets some utility, very nice. Good stuff. Yeah. I'm happy that it worked so fast, that's very, very nice. But yeah, what I need to steal from the back enemy... nice. What I need to steal from the... no, Bush. What I need to steal from the back enemy is... Storm Magicides. That's Foul Flesh. The problem is I did not write down which back enemy does have the Storm Magicides. The chance for getting Storm Magicides is also pretty high, with 55%. So it's a common steal, actually. You guys are not back enemy. But yeah, oh no, come on. But yeah, that would be like my next... oh, come on. That would be my next endeavor here while I'm here. This is so annoying, come on. But yeah, I will seek out back enemies now and I will try to find the one that has actually the wind magicides to steal. Maybe it's those guys, let's see. Killer Bow. Foul Flesh, nope. Quality Stone, nope, nope, nope. Okay, so far not the right ones. But it's once again the Bagnami and Nabudis, so yeah. Guess that's where I will make the next cut. But yeah, also one thing I should probably show is we got the Vossler trophy here now. We got every technique, very nice. Stealing is all that I steal in general is also very important because I need the Van trophy and I need to steal 100 times for that. So yeah, I will try to find the back enemy and I will try to get 7. I need 7 Storm Magicides. Wish me luck. Oh nice, pretty sick actually. I found something very interesting. I found a dark elemental in this room here. Let me quickly show you. I actually found a dark elemental here in Cloister of Distant Song. Normally the dark elemental appears here, but I did never encounter one in Cloister of Distant Song before. Very interesting. I wasn't even sure that could happen, but yeah, very good to know. Pretty cool. That also raises the question, can you also spawn the rare game with the like a dark elemental here? I think you can't, right? But yeah, very interesting. I did not know it could appear here. Very nice. I still haven't found the right back enemy, so yeah, still hunting for the Storm Magicides. But yeah, I found this interesting. I wanted to point it out, and yeah, cut again. You. Okay, guys, I found the back enemy with a Storm Magicide here. Very nice. It is this back enemy with the I think Demon Shield and Demon's Bane with the Sword and Shield. Very good. Now I just need a couple more of those and I'm ready. I'm actually still in the room with the Dark Elemental, the Cloister of Distant Song, so at least this guy does give you one. 55% chance. I guess I will try to farm this guy now and yeah. You know the drill until I have them and then yeah, I will be back. Okay, nice. I got the last Storm Magicide. I think it should be the 7th one that I need. Yeah, one thing that I also want to address here, which is fairly nice because it coincides with my last Storm Magicide. I just killed the last Oversoul before the Helvinik appeared here. You can already see that I'm standing next to a zone transition here, and that has a reason, because Helvinik has an interesting drop. a very interesting drop, and that drop is the Gendarme. I can get a Gendarme from Helvinek here. The chance for that is actually 25%. It's a monograph drop. So what I would like to do right now is like lowering Helvinek's HP so much that it like falls into critical health, leave the area and re-enter. And that way I can hopefully farm the you know what? The what is it called? Gendarme. I can hopefully farm the Gendarme like I did with Steel. I think that should be enough for my taste. Nice teleport. Okay, I'm gonna leave the area. I think Helvinek even spawns here again. Yeah, okay, very nice. Should still have the same... No, it does not have the same HP because it's a different Helvinek. Yeah, okay. But the other one should be still in, like, critical health. Right? Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay, and that's the Helvinek I'm gonna farm now. I forgot to enable Gambits again. I mean, the chance is pretty high to get the Gendarme here, so... Dude, I can, like, get another autosave here. I could also try to chain those guys with the, like, teleport thing, glitch. Let's see if that's it. No, okay. Guess I'm gonna load the save again and try again to get the Gendarme. But yeah, once I get the Gendarme, of course, cut again. Let's see if that even works. Of course it does, okay. Maybe that's it. Sleep, okay. Until I get the Gendarme, guys. Haha, I got it. Okay, guys, I need to make some corrections here. Like with the back enemy, there are also different variants of the Helvinek within the necrohole of Nabudis. As you can see, it might have looked like as if I still was in the same spot, but I'm actually on the other side of the map. I was trying to get Helvinek here in, I think, Hall of Effulgent Light, but the Helvinek in Hall of Slumbering Might, at least the Helvinek here, does drop the Gendarme. The other one does not drop Gendarme. I think the other one drops something else. But yeah, that's really something you need to consider here in this randomizer. Like, different variations of the same enemy even can still drop different items. Like I said, all the back enemy drop different stuff. There are also like slightly different enemies like among like the various rooms here of Nabudis, and the same applies to different areas of like all kinds of areas within the game here. So that's something to keep in mind. Because the randomizer like randomizes each how to put it, each like variation of the enemy like differently, and does not group them up together. But yeah, nice. I got a Gendarme. That means I now do not have to get Veil Blossom Dew anymore. It was nice that I got some through the like hunt club thing. But I don't need them anymore. Usually what I wanted to get was 1 snake skin and 10 Veil Blossom Dews for the Gendarme as a Bazaar good. But yeah, I think the Helvinek with the autosave thing is easier then. I wasn't sure about that, but yeah, autosave is OP in this, so yeah. Good. Nice. Let me get out of here. Let me quickly show you that I also got the Storm Magicides. Once again, to confirm, Storm Magicide 7 times is correct. Nice. Good. I will make another cut now, and I will show you where we need to go next to get to the next few items. Yeah, I will show you. Okay guys, let me quickly talk about the Gendarme as a Bazaar good again. Like I said, you need Veil Blossom Dew 10 times. You can get Veil Blossom Dew from Reavers in the Theros. You need to go to the, I think, second ascent. That's where the Reavers appear. You know, those those behemoth-looking guys. And they drop it with a chance of 25%. Not the best chance, but I think it's still the best way to get Veil Blossom do. If you want to get Snake Skin, you need to defeat, I think, this Shield Worm here in Nabrio's Deadlands, right in front of Nabudis over there. Because that guy has a 40% chance to drop one of these Snake Skins that you need. And you also only need one, but yeah, that's something I quickly wanted to mention. Get Snake Skin from this guy here, and Veil Blossom do from Reavers in the Pharaohs in the second ascent. Okay, this is kind of funny because I need Yaya Sticks. If you recall, Yaya Sticks is one of those loots I did get a bunch of in the early game. And that means I need to kill some Cactites in the Ascent to get Yaya Sticks. The chance for that is 40%. There's a 40% chance that one of the Cactites drops a Yaya Stick. I need 7 Yaya Sticks in total. There we go. Should be pretty easy. There should be enough like Cactites running around the place, I think. So, yeah, let me quickly get 7 of those and then we move on. Okay, I got all my Yaya Sticks. Let me quickly show you how I did it. As you can see, I'm in the like camp area here, close to Rabanastra, and I was like killing the 3 Cactites that are at the south portion of the like first area of the Ascent. Like this guy, and then oh, normally there are 3 Cactites here. Oh, there we go. Like normally there are like 3. I guess one might be missing. Huh? Interesting. Did that guy not spawn? Okay, interesting. Okay, sometimes it seems to be 2. Very weird, but yeah, okay. Okay, then I was going through the camp here, and I went to the other area here. Of course, that makes the enemies in the previous area respawn. I also killed that Cactite, and then I just repeated the cycle over and over again until I got all the Yaya Sticks. Keep in mind that you do not build a chain like this because you're constantly going through that one town area there. But, yeah, as you can see, the chances are still pretty high, and once again, not too interesting. That is weird. Huh, interesting. Maybe if I go... Maybe I'm too fast. Nope, is that a Cactite? No, that's a Cockatrice. But I could swear that there was a 3rd Cactite here. I'm not hallucinating, guys. Even though I already mentioned that it is hot, I do not see Fata Morgana. But yeah, that's how I did it. Next off, we go to Barheim. Okay, guys, I'm in Barheim. I'm currently in that one area that you can enter once you unlock the later portions of Barheim, right next to the teleport crystal. This area, Special Operations Sector 5. And what I want to do here is kill the Adamant Titan, like those guys over here, Adamant Titan. Those guys have a 25% chance to drop Damascus Steel. Nah, okay. And I want to get Damascus Steel. There's only that one here, that's annoying. Yeah, that's the guy I need to farm now. Wish me luck that I get those Damascus Steels pretty fast. Once again, 25% chance should not be like too painful, but wait, who knows? Strategy should be obvious. Just go. You don't even have to go over here. You can just go to the closer zone transition, which is over here. We just bounce between this area, this area, and then this area. Special Ops Sector 5. Great Central Passage and East-West Bypass. And yeah, that's how I'm gonna... Oh yeah, Ash is dead, nice. And that's how I'm gonna get the Damascus Steels that I need. I need 2. Wish me luck. Nice, okay, I got my 2nd nugget of Damascus Steel, very nice. Let me quickly confirm that. Loot. Oh, good, oh nice, I farmed 2, I already had one, whoops. Luckily I got them in pretty fast succession, so yeah, nice. Good stuff. We move on to the next item that I want to get. Alright, I'm in Hen Mines, and I am currently at the Pithead Junction B. This is the Pithead Head Junction where if you press the gate switchboard all of those jellies appear. And I need those enemies because I can poach iron scraps from them, and I need iron scraps. I need 4 iron scraps. The chance for poaching that is very high with 95%. So it's not the rare poach, which is very nice, but it is instead the common poach. And the question just is, how do I reduce their HP? If nothing works, I think my main party members are too strong, but if nothing works, I might need to rely on a gun or so. That's actually okay, but still a little bit strong. Can I maybe use something? Do I have anything area of effect like here? No, it's all foes. Let's try this. Let's see if I can do it like this. That could actually work. Let me quickly set this up. Let me do this. I am not allowed to overdamage them, of course. That would just kill them. Let's see if this works. Nice counter. That was really not necessary, Ash. You don't have gambits enabled. Nice. Let's see what happens. It's complete chaos so far, that's for sure, but this will be resolved fastly, I think, soonish. It certainly is an audio spam. Can you even hear me, guys? Also, you gambit should also be on, so that you use power when the time comes. I think I did see some iron scraps, yeah. I've been getting a bunch of iron scraps, nice. I just want to see how this goes. Wait a second here. But I think I got my 4 iron scraps already. Can't even see what's happening. That's even greater. This sounds so messed up, guys. Okay, just killed them. I think I got my iron scraps, guys. I think Ash is also sometimes countering enemies. Don't use Divide, that's not cool. But yeah, sometimes I think Ash is also countering enemies, which is funny. Okay, I think only those 2 now and we are done here. Oh, come on, Ash, don't miss now. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, okay. Did we get enough iron scraps? I think we did. Did get enough. Iron scraps? Iron scraps, hello? They are not at the bottom. That's something that I must have overlooked then. Iron scraps? Where are the iron scraps? Hello? Dip. Iron scraps, iron scraps, iron scraps, iron scraps. 18, okay. That should be more than enough. I need 4. Yeah, nice, okay. Off to the next location, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back in the Nabrios Deadlands, because this is the location where I get the next item that I need, which is Grimoire 8-Head, and I get Grimoire 8-Head from those Focalors here. It is important that it specifically means the Focalors over here in the Slumber Mead. I think there are also ones in Echoes of the Past, once again different enemy variations. I know that the Focalors in the Slumber Mead work. Also, do not go to Southern Cave Palace and like try to farm the Focalors there. That doesn't work. Not that I would have done that and accidentally did write down Southern instead of Nabrios Deadlands. But yeah, go to Nabrios Deadlands Slumber Mead, and what we need to do is we need to poach Grimoire 8-Head from those guys. 95% chance. So it's gonna be the common poach from those guys here. I did give Ash a Vika Mace so she can just attack those guys and use Gravity 2 times, which should hopefully bring them down to, yeah, critical HP. And we get, of course, we get the rare pouch, very nice. The one time I do not want to get the rare pouch. Very nice, very, very nice. Yeah, the good thing is there are always 2 Focolors here. I need 6 Grimoire 8 heads in total. So the odds of getting those are actually pretty high. Nice Grimoire 8 head, let's go. Yeah, and overall it shouldn't take too long of a time. Zoning is also pretty easy. You just go back to where the save crystal is, go over here, and then you did zone you 2 zones. Very nice, and from here on out it's just rinse and repeat. Good, I will do that until I get all of the Grimoire 8 heads that I need, and yeah. Let's hope I do not get too many... Oh, that's not nice. Let's hope I do not get too many Tourmaline rings, yay. Oh, I'm in a bad damage range, nice. Well, I guess I load the autosave. Yeah, see you. Okay, that should be my last Grimoire 8 head that I need. I think I miscounted again and I have 7 now, and I need 6. Yeah, nice. But yeah, that means off to the next location. Okay, we are in the Mosforan highways now. And before I go and get the stuff that I actually really need, I want to show you something that is also very important. Because, as you might know, we still need the canopic jar. And, yeah, one of the ingredients for the canopic jar still needs its common things. Heractes Flame, Phobos Glaze, and Deimos Clay. And I think Heractes Flame and Phobos Glaze are the 2 items I already got. So I might not need them again. But in case, if you don't have a Phobos Glaze, you can poach one from the Humbaba that has more HP than the average Humbaba. Like this guy with the 8000 HP is the one that you can... And the higher level... No, not higher level. But yeah, the Humbaba with the more HP that has around 7000, 8000 HP. That's the guy you need to pouch. You can get the Phobos Glaze from this guy. I think the ingredient for the canopic jar that I'm actually missing is the don't let me lie, I think it's no, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good, guys. Can I please switch? Wait a second. Okay, 5, that should be okay. They will pouch, hopefully. But yeah, the item that I actually need for the canopic jar that is still missing and why I haven't gotten the canopic jar is Deimos Clay. I still need to get Deimos Clay somehow. There we go, Phobos Clay, very nice. But yeah, Deimos Clay is actually the critical one. I will get that one as like the last item during my like adventures here. And yeah, that's one of the things I want to get. The other thing that I want to get here, and the one that I actually need, is an item that I get from the Alpha Worgans here. Specifically the Alpha Worgans. Where's your mace? Yeah, Zeus mace is okay. Let me quickly wait out the Berserk. But yeah, specifically the Alpha Worgans, and I do get a 10 giant skin from those guys. It's a monograph drop with a 35% chance. There we go, 10 giant skin, very nice. That was from an Alpha Worgan. So the question is now, where do I find all of these Alpha Worgans? It is also important to notice I found the Hanbaba in this area here, the Empyrean Way, which you can reach only via the shrines. That's important. It's the same location where the Bald Viper was. Also, you don't need to do that anymore, you can just attack guys. I think from here on out we don't need to poach anymore, which is nice, because poaching is always like kind of annoying. But yeah, that means I need to farm Worgans now, and I need to get 10 giant skin from them. Actually, I think I'm gonna specifically farm that one guy that I already got 10 giant skin from. That way I can also build a Shane, even though I think monograph drops are not affected by the Shane, actually. But hey, maybe I can get some other items as well. Not that I want them, but hey. Alpha, okay, at least it's always an Alpha Worgan, that's nice. But yeah, he also needs to drop something, but yeah, that's the guy where I need to get the 10 giant skins from. I also need 8, which is quite a lot, so yeah. Quick cut, and I return with 8 10 giant skins. Okay, there I got my last 10 giant skin, very nice. I think I never mentioned the chance for the drop here. It's a monograph drop with a 35% chance. It took surprisingly long for that high of a chance, but hey, here we go. Okay, next stop is Paramina Rift. See you there. Alright, I'm in the Paramina Rift. I actually used the Stral Inmos for in high race to get here, which puts me into a better position overall, because I want to go here, the Frozen Brook. Because what enemy I need to farm next is the Ice Elemental. And the Ice Elemental has a 40% drop that I need to get. And that drop is a Serpent Eye. I actually need 9 Serpent Eyes, which is pretty annoying. Another very important enemy here is the, what is it called, Lizard, is the Lizard, because that guy also drops an item for the Canopic Jar. This time it's the Herakti's Flame, 47% chance with Monograph. I wasn't lucky, okay. But yeah, Ice Elemental should be the main attraction here. I'm actually not sure if it's the 10 Tyrant skin, not quite. I'm not sure if it's the Lizard specifically here. Actually, I can just reload the autosave. I'm not sure if it's the Lizard specifically in that area, but I guess I will find out soon. I just quickly want to get one drop from the Ice Elemental. Let's see, maybe that's it. Do drop Pebble. Not quite. 10 Tyrantite, huh? Come on. It's a 40% drop. Come on, don't be stingy now. But yeah, I need 9. I currently have 1, so could be annoying. Drop Pebble again. And it's not here. What? Does it not always spawn? I think that's supposed to be a common thing with the elementals, right? That they do not spawn all of the time. Whoops. Okay. I also hope it's not a different ice elemental, because this is the only ice elemental I know about, but like with the dark elemental, there might always be a surprise, of course. Chronos tier. Okay, I guess I'll cut and I show you when I get to those items. Alright, I'm back and bring new information. There's actually another ice elemental, actually. I did not know about that one. But I'm currently at Silverflow's End, the part that leads to the Still Shrine of Miriam. And there's just another one here. And that's actually the ice elemental that drops the item that I need. That guy also has significantly more HP, which is very annoying. Let's see. Serpent Eye, there we go, nice. Okay, I'm gonna farm the Serpent Eyes here, and yeah, I'll be back once I get them. Alright, I got the last Serpent Eye. Oh god, that was super annoying. Yeah, like I said, 40% normal drop, but the thing is, this is the only guy in the entire area that drops this, which already makes this more annoying in my opinion. And then you also have to get like this slide. You need to get a slide snowstorm here, like this kind of snowstorm here, as you can see. Otherwise, the ice elemental does not spawn. I also did try to like build a chain here, but the problem is my characters do counter, and that sooner or later breaks the chain because all of my characters also one-shot, and it was generally very annoying to get those Serpent Eyes. So yeah, I'm happy that I got them now. Quick confirmation here. I got 9. Okay, perfect. Good. I think from here on out, yeah, there's only one more thing that I need. Oh, and I also need to show you the Herakti's Flame. Let me show you that one, and then there's only one more thing that I need to get. Actually, both items are related to the Canopic Jar, so yeah. Okay, I found the lizard with the Heractes flame, very nice. Like I said, 47% monograph drop from this lizard over here. It's one of those lizards that just spawns out of nowhere, like the toads in Giza during the rains that jump out of the water. But this one spawns around here. This is the head of the Silver Flow. It's one of those locations you never really go to. But yeah, that's where you get a Heractes Flame pretty easily if you have the right monograph, which you should have by this point, definitely. So yeah. Only one thing remains that I need to get, and I don't have, so yeah, let's get that one. That one will be a little bit harder to get, but yeah, let's see. Okay, and here we are in Golmore Jungle. This is the location just in front of the Feywood. And what we need to do here, we need to get the remaining item for the Canopic Jar, which is the Deimos Clay. So the funny thing is, a lot of other opportunities to get Deimos Clay are locked behind like the Canopic Jar itself, which is of course pretty funny, haha. But yeah, the thing is, to get it like in a way that, yeah, I can simply get it, that's actually kind of hard. Because what I need to do, I need to kill all enemies here again. If you remember that one rare game, then you recall what happens when I kill all the enemies in this area. Dark skeletons start to appear, and I need to steal from those dark skeletons. And with a 10% chance, I can get one of those Deimos clays that I need. So the odds are not pretty high. At least we get a bunch of enemies here, so that might counteract that low steal chance. Let's just hope for it. I'm actually not sure. Does the rare game should also spawn again, right? Because no, that was not a hunt one, right? Hunt club one. I think it wasn't. Oh, this guy even survives it. Whoa. Was that all of them? I don't think so. Oh no, there we go. Now I need to wait a second. Of course, now I want to steal. Yeah, there should be more than enough of those guys roaming around here. Quality stone, not quite what I want. Quality stone, yeah, like I said, a 10% chance. So far not much luck. But yeah, it has to be one of those dark skeletons. Deimos Clay, there we go, easy. Haha, good. Okay, it was easier than expected, very nice. Good, that means we can go to our next shop now and finally sell all of that stuff that we did just farm. Very nice. Okay, I see you at a good location and then we sell stuff and yeah, get our prices. Okay, I decided to go to Eriud Village just because of the music. I wanted to hear it one more time. So yeah, here we are. I'm gonna sell my stuff here with Tetran, very nice. Tetran. Okay, we got all of this stuff now. Also, let me quickly show you again platinum daggers, which we use to farm money. Good price here. I can get 8,000 just like that, very nice. But yeah, the loot. We need to sell 8 tanned giant skins. Also, one thing I should mention probably, the things I want to get do not have any overlap, so I can just sell everything one by one. There is no overlap here. But yeah, I want to sell 8 tanned giant skins. Very nice. I want to sell 9 serpent eyes. And 4 earth magicites. The thing is, I didn't show you where to get earth magicites. I already got 5. You can get them in the S Descent from Slave and Wilders if you come from the Mosforan Highways in that area. The chance for that is 26% with monograph, so yeah, shouldn't be too hard. So yeah, 4 of those, let's see. Good, new Bazaar goods are available. I will buy that once I did sell all of that. Okay, next thing is 1 Electrum. Also one thing I didn't show you, I already had one. Electrum you can get from the Brain Pens in the Pharaohs. The drop chance for that is 40% normal drop. So should also be fairly easy to get your hands on. 1 Electrum, 7 Storm Magicites, and 2 Damascus Steel. Should unlock something, yeah, nice. Okay, now we want to sell 7 Yaya sticks. We want to sell 4 iron scraps. And 6 Grimoire 8-head. Good, should unlock the next thing. Good. And those are all the equipment items I wanted to get. Like I said, Snake Skin and Veil Blossom Dew does lead to Gendarme, but I did not want to farm Veil Blossom Dew now because I already got 1 Gendarme. I think the Helvinek method is better suited for that one. But yeah, what is still missing is the Canopic Jar. I need to sell 1 Heracles Flame, 1 Phobos Glaze, and 1 Deimos Clay. Good, and now let's see what we got here, Bazaar. We get the Kumpa. That's the thing we got from selling 7 Yaya Sticks, 5 Iron Scraps, and 6 Grimoire 8-head. The Kumpa is the best katana in the game. It's a one-handed katana, so that might be something for Ash. Very nice. So yeah, that's definitely something I wanted to get, Kumpa. Okay, then we have the... I'm gonna buy that one last, the Canopic Jar. Glimmering Ropes is not what I wanted, but this one, Pack 11. That's the one with 8 10 Giant Skins, 9 Serpent Eyes, and 4 Earth Magicites. 2 Maximilian being very good, being a very good armor. I wanted to get more, so yeah, very nice. Good. Okay, and... is that the one? No, that's Black Ropes. I can also get Black Ropes, I guess. But that's not what I wanted to get. I wanted to get something else. There we go, White Ropes. I wanted to get like another White Rope for another party member. I think Penelo and Ash are the only ones that can wear White Ropes, but still it's the better out of the 2 ropes between Black and White Ropes. Because this one also has the bubble effect, and bubble is just pretty great. And this is the one for 1 Electrum, 7 Storm Magicites, and 2 Damascus Steel, so yeah, very nice. Good, and that only leaves the Canopic Jar. 25,000. Not 25, 250. There we go. You obtain a Canopic Jar. Nice. Now we also would theoretically get more drops from enemies. But hey, I do not really need them anymore, and I think I got all the, at least most important stuff from the Bazaar here. Of course, there are still some other things I could get. I could get more Zodiac Spears. I could get Glimmering Ropes. Pfft, okay, I can buy that one. I think I really don't need that. I could farm Elixirs. I think it might depend on whether they respawn or not, but so far it seems as if all Bazaar goods respawn. I could get a Zodiac Escutcheon. I could like get Mega Elixir if I wanted to, Kakata, and like other like strongest weapons and stuff. But in all honesty, Wormhero Blades. But in all honesty, no. I do not go for other weapons here. I think I got the most important stuff here. And I think I've got like good equipment for all of my party members. That's important going into the trial mode. So yeah, very nice. Okay, now let me quickly look at my items that I got. Weapons. We got the Compa 110 Strength is very nice. Can also be equipped by almost any party member. Very nice. Good stuff. I like that. Nice. And Armor. Gendarme absorbs every element, has absurd evasions. Very nice. Very good. I try not to use that one because it's one of those invisible weapons, but if trial mode turns out to be too hard, then I will use that one, definitely. And yeah, that's actually it. I got the other armors already. Let me quickly give you like a showcase or so. Could you get Maximilian or so? Like who could also get Maximilian? Like both here and Fren. I think that might even be better. If I want to like go more for strength and magic power, that's definitely needed. It has also better immunities than Grand Armor, so it was definitely worth it, I would say. Glimmering Ropes, let's see how much. It has the additional immunity, so I think that's better than, yeah, that was worth it. And the additional Grand Armors we got from the Hunt Club are also nice if I want to go for more HP, that's very good. White Ropes for Penelo here, of course. Good thing is that's also one with the fire proficiency, which boosts the Yagyu Darkblade, very nice. But gives her bubble is very nice, gives also more HP in general, very good. Also something that I think was definitely worth it. So yeah, good stuff. Also here, Kumpa, very nice. Should definitely deal more damage than what she had before. Could also equip the gendarme. Look at this, very nice. Yeah, good stuff. Nice. Okay, the only other thing that I could do now, which I would deem worth, but is also super, and let me repeat, it's super annoying, and that's getting additional renewing Morions. I could get more renewing Morions in the base game. I can also get other renewing Morions in the trial mode, but let's talk about the base game. In the base game, I could get renewing Morions, multiple ones from one other location, and of all the things, it's the Lava Eater. The Lava Eater drops renewing Morion with the same probability that he normally drops the Shikari Nagasa. I think that's the name, yeah. The Danjuro. the Mina. The Mina, it's called in Zodiac. The Mina. So yeah, the odds for getting the renewing Morion are pretty low. Of course, I could just spawn the Lava Eater like I did with the Helvinek, for example, or with the Becknamian Steel, and like could like bring it into critical health, then one zone away, get back in again, and like kill him and hope that the 5% chance does proc. But is that really something I want to do? Like, I mean, the Renewing Morion is an amazing piece of equipment with bubble and increased item potency. It can also be equipped by a lot of people, right? At least Ash and Balthier. Like, Balthier probably the character that benefits the most from it, but Ash also. It has the better stats. Let me quickly compare this. Yeah, gives her also more strength. Vitality and speed does take it though, so if I want more magic resist, I could of course go for that, but yeah, both here definitely I think the one that profits the most from that one. But yeah, do I really want to do that? To be honest, I think no. I really think no. But yeah, if I do it, I will do it at the start of the next episode when we do the finale. But I think I won't do that. I'm pretty set up. I set my mind up. I'm not gonna do this. But yeah, let's take another look at the Sky Pirates then. Yeah, perfect. We got Van here. That's for 100. No, actually 50 steals. Okay, very nice. And we got this one, the Mimic ? Okay. If I'm not mistaken, that only means that there's one trophy missing here. One reward, and that's Gabranth. I think Gabranth is the only one missing here, and for Gabranth I need to perform all quickening concurrences. Let me quickly show you how I normally do this, because that's the last thing I will do in this episode. I completely lost track of how long this episode is, by the way, so it might be a little bit of a long episode because I definitely want to finish all of this in this episode. But yeah, Salikavut. I normally go to Salikavut, disable all of my gambits, and just seek out the next enemy that I can attack with a quickening, and like perform quickenings until I can pull all of them off. You might also want to use different characters. I think Bash, Ash... I think Bash, Ash, and Van are good, actually. I was just thinking about the characters that have the shortest quickening animations. Bash has a very long level 3 one with Sword Dance. It's not called Sword Dance, but like it's a Sword Dance, basically. What's it called? Flame Purge, there we go. Ash is pretty fast, Van is pretty fast, so yeah, I think I'm gonna do it with those three. And yeah, I do not run into the dead end here. I'm usually running over here, and yeah, I seek out the next enemies and perform quickenings at that enemy, like this guy here. And yeah, what I need to do now is I need to perform all quickening concurrences, which can actually be very annoying, because some of the, especially easier ones, become harder, because like you have more, like if you, for example, need to get, I think there's one that needs 5 like level 1 ones, and of course the level 2 and level 3 ones are then like gonna be a hindrance in that regard. So yeah, luckily I already got a black hole, I in general also need to like consider which concurrences I already got. I think I got, pretty certain I got Inferno. I also got, I think I got the stone one with the stones, Black Hole and Arc Blast. I think those are the ones I already got. But yeah, I will show you maybe the chains that were still missing, and then I, yeah, cut to the point where I got all of them or so. I will see how I edit this, but yeah, I will definitely see you once I get all of them and probably have Order of Ambrosia. I hope. But yeah, we'll see about that, and yeah, wish me luck that this goes pretty fast.
Got a surprise for you. How about some of this?
I must endure. I must endure.
How about some of this? How about some of this?
I must be strong.
Not a chance. Not a chance. Got you.
I must believe.
Got a surprise for you. You're going down. How about some of this? I've got you.
I must I must be strong.
I've got you. How about some of this? How about some of this? Got a surprise for you. You're going down.
I must endure. I must endure. We can win this! Ha! I must endure. I must be strong.
You're mine.
Alright, and that's that. I hope you enjoyed this little concurrence quickening showcast. I don't know how I did this. I might just have shown you all of the concurrences and chains again. But hey, we should have all of them now. I think the ones that were actually still missing were Cataclysm, Torrent, Windburst, Whiteout, and Luminescence. I think those might be the ones that were still missing. Not sure about Cataclysm and Windburst, but yeah, Whiteout, Torrent, and Luminescence definitely, I think. But yeah, let's see if that's it. Can we already see now? Random Primer? Order of Ambrosia, let's go. Haha. Yeah, we got Order of Ambrosia. And this is the last trophy. It's actually a Mandragora with Gabron's helmet. It's super cute and funny. Performing every concurrence, earning you the title of Mistwalker. Nice. Good. Very nice. We completed the entire Sky Pirates den. I wasn't even certain if I could do that and get Order of Ambrosia. In case you don't know how to get Order of Ambrosia, you technically have to complete the entire Sky Pirates den. I think completing the Sky Pirates den actually entails everything that you need to do. Like, it also always, I think people always list that you need to do all the hunts, but Beganim is like requires that. If you want Beganim, you need to kill all the hunts. So I'm pretty certain, yeah, just completing Sky Pirates then, quote unquote, is enough. But yeah, nice. Like I said, wasn't certain because of what's it called, steel. Steel was a problem, but luckily it didn't turn out to be a problem at all. Very nice. Also, in case you were wondering how I was doing this, I didn't really showcase that. I was going to one area over there, and then I did heal here, then I did vent to the area over here, and basically went back and forth and like just used quickenings and tried to get those chains going and concurrences. One thing or one tip, if you're going for like more specific ones, like Whiteout, which requires specifically 4 level 3 ones, try actually to focus on level 3 ones and do not just like try to keep the chain going. Like actually focus on getting level 3 ones, shuffle until you get level 3 ones, or miss charges. That's okay for those. For Arc Blast, Luminescence, and Black Hole, where you need to specifically get like all of the like specific amounts of all of the levels, you primarily want to focus on keeping the chain going. So you want to like just select something that you see first and like waste as few time as possible. That's my tip for you. But in all, if you really understand how like quickenings work and stuff, then it shouldn't be too hard, to be honest. But yeah, I still know that people struggle a lot with this. Okay, for our last action today, I'm gonna go to Rabanastre. We actually have the reins. I could farm money, but haha, I found a better spot, of course. But yeah, I want to go to the Bazaar. Also, I want to speak to Mont Blanc. I'm pretty certain he does not give you anything anymore, because you're just so awesome. Let me actually take a look. But the Bazaar has new items, actually. If you have Order of Ambrosia, you do get new items there. And those items might actually be relevant for trial mode, so I definitely want to check those items out. Let's see, Mont Blanc, do you have anything to say? Yeah, we are Order of Ambrosia, no rank higher than that, Kupo. He's most impressed. We actually get something. We get Sleeps and a Serpent Rod. Keep up the splendid work. Yeah, and he's also at awe that we did defeat all the hunts. Very nice. Can you please get out of there? Thank you. Yeah, I completely lost track how long this episode is now. My clock shows 3 hours, but that's absolutely not the case. Might be a little bit longer than 1 hour, but hey. At least everything is done, said and done by this episode. Please don't send in my way, thank you. Okay, we got now new accessories, but we got new items here. We can buy ethers, that's normal. We can buy vanish gun modes, haste gun modes are gonna be interesting. Reverse modes could also be very interesting. Bubble modes, this spell is nice but not really needed. I think the most important ones here might be haste gun and reverse, because reverse modes enable me to like use reverse on Ash herself, so she does not have to rely on Van anymore. That could be very good. Haste is also very nice because I can just give haste to the entire party, which is generally speaking very good. So yeah, what do I want to... I actually want to get some of those. I might actually want to get all 96 here. Come on. I mean, I've got the money, I cannot just buy everything, of course, but a few of those are good. Like 40 of haste modes, bubble modes could be nice. Float is something I do not really. Vanishka is also certainly something I do not need. Reflectka, no. Dispel, I could get some more Dispel modes, I think that's fine. Warp is not interesting, Gravity also not. Scarf. Scarf is single target, that's the problem. Holy takes too long, Shock is also underwhelming, and yeah. Of course, the other, like, last interesting item here would be Dark Matter, but Dark Matter is something I would need to charge. In case you don't know how Dark Matter works, I don't really know either, but I know that you need to use Knots of Rust, and that basically charges Dark Matter. The more Knots of Rust you use, the stronger Dark Matter becomes. I think it caps out at like the same damage Dark Energy does, 60,000 I think, 60k. So yeah, that is good for like one-time big damage, but like don't really need that one. But yeah, very good. I at least got 2 nice items with haste and reverse modes. Those might be worth it. Of course, generally speaking, getting those items now is not really all that great, but hey. Yeah, let me actually get to Balfenheim and like restock my supply of normal items while I'm at it. I want to make a clean start next time. I don't want to have anything open anymore. So let's settle all of the missing things that I still need to settle right now. And also, oh, I promptly remembered something else that I still need to do. Yeah, I do that after I'm done here. Dude, I really don't know how long this episode will be. I really hope it is not too long, but hey. I also hope it's not tempting me to split it into 2, because that's also something I do not want to do. But yeah, full supply of all the normal items here is also very important, very good. But yeah, one thing I still need to do is I need to go to Arcades, because I need to speak to the Hunt Club owner. That's something I wanted to do after I did get the items from the Hunt Club, because that would have been fitting. But yeah, quickly go to Arcades, and I need to go to the like VIP area. Do I need to use the elevator? I forgot how to do this. I think I need to use the elevator, right? You? Yeah, take me, please. Nice sound, pling. But yeah, that guy also still has some like random rewards for us, so of course I'm gonna get those. I think I already explained that, but that guy gives you items depending on how many of the Hunt Club rare games you've already slain. And since we slayed all of them, all 30, we get all of the rewards that you can get here. In the base game, those rewards are pretty underwhelming. You just get like Aquarius Stone and like all the different stones for the astrological signs. But in the randomizer, this might be different. Reflect gun, nice. Koga Blade, anything else? No, oh, okay. Wasn't really all that impressive, okay. Good, then I will go to, back to Rabanastre. And I will go to the Aerodrome. Because what we next need to do is ride the Strahl to the Sky Fortress Bahamut, and that's where the finale will take place, and that's actually what we will do next time. We will beat the game, which is very nice, because then I at least can, like, say that I am done with it. Of course, I'm still gonna try mode, but at least I have the reassurance that, like, in the broadest sense, it's complete. Even though I still want to go for more, of course. But yeah, next time then it's finale time. I hope you're really looking forward to that. To be honest, the finale shouldn't be too hard. If you've done all of the side content this game has, then the finale should be a piece of cake, to be honest. Vayne isn't all that strong, and nothing really that can stop you there. One thing I really liked about Struggle for Freedom, which I can quickly mention there, in Struggle for Freedom, the game catches you a little bit off guard because the final fight against Vayne is actually pretty hard. Vayne is actually a super boss in that game, which makes sense because Struggle for Freedom, like, Vayne is on the title, and yeah, of course that makes sense that he's supposed to be a very tough challenge. And luckily I did all of the optional content for Struggle for Freedom back in the day. So yeah, it was pretty great. But yeah, that's it. I got all of the stuff I still wanted to get. If I get the Renewing Morion, I will do so next time. I highly doubt it though, so don't get your hope ups too high. Which probably means next time we will just do the finale. I hope you're looking forward to that. I am really happy that I am able to at least find a conclusion to this already. But yeah, after that, try mode, like I said. And we will see how that one goes. I have my slight doubts, but we will figure out. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And as always, of course, take care and goodbye.